This is the Interlude TV. And listen, man, I'm in the crib chilling, but I got a guest in the studio, so I'm gonna go to the studio real quick. Hold on. Who I got in here? Who up in here? Who up in? Oh, introduce yourself to the people. I know you, but they go ahead, introduce yourself to the people.
Yo, it's hands on, Mr. Barker himself, Meth Lab henchman. What's happening?
Look, brother, Staten Island. I like to say Staten Island sometimes too. We can say Shaolin, but we like to say Staten Island too. Staten Island is before Shaolin. What do you prefer?
I'm with whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So
I'm with whatever.
we got hands on in the building. Hands, been a long time. I wanted to qualify you on some stuff because some people just think Hands is a goon, right? Did you get that little misconception about you early on?
Yes.
How did you feel
Yes.
about that?
It was flattering, but I ain't no goon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
It's
because a lot
good.
of people
It's
don't
good.
know, you do music
Right.
and you
Right.
executive produce music.
Right.
Tell them about the
Absolutely.
executive production. I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead. Tell them who you executive produce for.
Um, all three Method Man projects installments.
Mm-hmm.
Meth Lab 1, 2, and 3 was all executive produced by myself. Um, Along with my last project was I try to stay involved in everything. You know what I mean? But those is my biggest accomplishments, and yeah, but definitely not no goon. I'd rather be looked at as a producer.
So you actually one of the few people that could get meth to rap. What is that like? Cause he said he don't want to rap no more. He rather do his movies. He tired of the business,
Right.
the industry. But he will go in the booth and do projects that you kind of like help with the production, picking the music, everything. What is that
Mhm.
like?
Um, it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? The big homie is, he's a perfectionist, so he wants everything to be right. So it's definitely a task. It's definitely a lot of work. It's definitely not easy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? It's just not, everybody, because I've done heard it like, yo, it's Method Man. Shit gotta be easy. Like it's not. You know what I mean?
So what is he like in the studio? Because a lot of people, we hear the flow. The flow, even right now, an hour from now, is flawless. Like he got better. Like it's scary
Right.
because you got
Right.
respectfully, you might have got the best Method Man. Like the early on, but you got this Clark
Right.
Kent step in the booth, and you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
like,
Right.
did you realize what you really had while it was going on? Did you realize the magic that was taking place, or was you just like it's just work? Did you really realize what was going on?
At first I was like, it's just work, but then as it started to gain its own cult following, you know, it became more of a blessing
Mm-hmm.
than anything else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just the fact that somebody of that caliber trusts you with stuff like that is big.
Did you realize too that if it was fucked up, it was your fault too? But
Absolutely.
like
I done
everybody,
took
it's hands fault. Yeah,
yo
go ahead,
look.
go
I
ahead,
done took blame for shit that I wasn't responsible for,
go ahead.
but you holding the bag, so you got to take responsibility.
Got you,
You know what
got
I'm
you,
saying?
got you.
And you from the hood, so
Yeah.
Park Hill. Like you can't get into that with you start you know not taking responsibility. You have everybody on you, like what I
And
mean?
you got Johnny in the lab. That's what you
Right,
they like, yo, because everybody want to feature from him, and he basically said he doesn't really want to rap like that anymore. So everything he do now is like, cause he feel like it, and you got him to
right,
do,
because he wants to.
cause he
Right,
wants to, cause he not, cause he has
right,
to, cause he wants
right,
to. Um,
right.
when what was the talk like? Like, what was the conversation like? Yo, did you go to him and say, yo, I want to do these projects, and I want to put them, or did he say, yo, Hands, put these projects together for me?
No. It was more of My first project, the Hannibal the Great, Method Man presents Hannibal the Great. You know, he presented that project. I kind of business wise, I didn't know what I was doing at the time. So during that, we did a mixtape with K Slay. And we toured on that mixtape. The mixtape is actually what caught. We did the whole West Coast with that mixtape. Meth was on one of the songs that we performed. But you know, he was one day he was like, "Yo, we need something that we can all perform together." Me, Carlton, him, and Street Life. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Street Life. So we did a song. That song turned into an idea for a mixtape. Once we got into the mixtape, you know, I'm like, yo, I could, you know, we could turn it into a full-fledged project. You know, and he was apprehensive at first, but he gave us a shot, and we pulled it off, and you know, that resonated in the number 2 and number 3, and you know, possibly we got 4 coming.
So you doing this, y'all, and y'all are in the studio. Let it be known, this ain't no fly vocals. This is y'all in the booth. Y'all really there. You really there. Yeah.
Right.
So did you ever have to tell him to, yo, you should do that verse over?
I've told him that I didn't like certain things. Like he's not one of those. Like he can take, yo, that I ain't like that. He could take that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he changes it, and sometimes he doesn't. But you know, I try to stay next to things that I like. You know, because I feel like that's how you start the wave,
right?
As opposed to, you know, recreating something that was done already. You know, you putting out there what you think is hot,
right.
And as long as it sound good to you, it sound good. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you something. Were you ever Ice Water?
Yes. Well, I wasn't part of the group, but
okay.
Yeah, that was my guys. When I first came home, you know, they gave me my first opportunity. Shout out Ray, shout out Kay, shout out Dawn, shout out Soup, shout out Ray. You know, they gave me my first shot.
So
you know what I mean?
That's how you ended up in that other situation that people think they know you for, right? Because you was
right.
Okay.
Right.
So with that other situation, did you and Joe ever get a chance to chop it up behind that?
No.
Okay. Is that a conversation you think is worth having, or it just was what it was when it was?
I mean, I don't think a conversation between me and him about that would be productive.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it was nothing personal. You know.
That's where I wanted to go with it, because a lot of people don't know. Sometimes you just riding for the team. It ain't. Right. I don't feel no way about you, but
I was coming out to play for my team. That was it. It was nothing personal. Personally, I'm a fan. I like Joe Budden's music. I think he's nice. You know, but you know, at the time I was playing for my team.
Right. Did those situations hinder you in any way as far as your career?
Yes.
Explain that.
Because it made everybody think I was a goon.
Right.
So in the eyes of the public, I'm just some big, you know, dumb motherfucker that, you know, don't know how to do nothing. Right.
You ready to crash? Yeah.
Right.
Right. And I think you was able to redeem yourself with EP and projects, your projects, and like I said, you got Meth in there. That you was able to redeem yourself and show them you could put some plays together as far as business, which was a great thing to redeem yourself. So was you ever on paperwork with Ice Water, or was just
no.
Okay.
No.
Just
was never on paperwork. But you know, they gave me my opportunity, because when I came out, you know, they had the album, the Polluted Water, Jump In, and you know, they let me, you know, jump in, and they let me, you know, get my feet wet, you know what I mean? And that was like my first big project, because I was doing music before that, but never on the level of, you know, industry music, like, you know, being on something as reputable as that with those features they had, and it was a good project.
So let me ask you something. You said you was incarcerated.
Yes.
So during the whole Wu-Tang shit, you wasn't there for none of that?
I went to jail right after the Protect Your Neck video.
Wow.
Um, I'm in the video. You would never tell it's me because I had just got shot at the time, so I was mad skinny.
Okay.
But I was in and out from that point on. I got back out in '96, went back. You know what I'm saying? So I've been, in and out of jail and stuff like that since then. So the wave was definitely going on, but I didn't figure it out yet. I was still playing in the street. I was,
So let me ask you
still
something.
like
So
that.
when you get out finally and you see this Park Hill and Stapleton dynamic going on, was you like, when the fuck this happened? Like, was you surprised like everybody else was?
Yeah, I mean, hell
Because I
yeah.
want you to explain that to people because people really don't know. That wasn't, I ain't see that happening. So I was like, this Park Hill niggas was Stapleton niggas? Like, what the hell?
Right,
Explain to the people.
right. So I mean, it went from Park Hill was a war zone at that time.
Yes.
Literally, in all aspects of the word, it was a war zone. So you, certain people, not only Wu-Tang, it was certain people at that time when I came home that I was looking at like, oh shit, niggas done turned this shit into a dollar.
Mm.
Not just it was a lot of people at the time that reached the plateau where it inspired me like, oh shit, words could be worth money like that. This is shit that we was doing for free all our life. And it's it turned out a lot of motherfuckers, brought themselves up out of that war zone with the music.
And it's dope that music ended a lot of street shit. The music, because
Yes,
nowadays
yes,
the
it did.
music goes into the street, but at that
Right.
time it took everybody out the street.
Yeah, and there was a time where Park Hill and Stapleton people couldn't be in the same room.
That's what I'm trying to. Yeah, but the people don't know that. The people will
Right,
never understand how bad that was. It was
right,
very bad.
right. The significance between Ray and Ghost right now, people don't understand because the two projects were so at odds. You know what I'm
And it's
saying?
15
With
minutes
each
away.
other,
And it's 15 minutes away from each other.
and it's a little walk down the
Yeah.
block.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and they brought it together. They knocked down that wall. So when I came home, it was a whole different, vibe, whole different feel.
I spoke to many different people, artists from Staten Island, and they always say Capadonna was the biggest influence on everybody at first. How accurate is that?
Yeah, Kappa was always like, if you asked me, Kappa was the guy for rhyming back
We would
then.
be talking
Like
about
he was
original though. That would be original. The
original, yeah,
original, yeah,
yeah, he
original
was the
Tajim,
guy.
yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Cat was it.
Mm-hmm.
Cat was the fly dude all the time. You know what I'm saying? He had the bars and you know somebody I looked at because I'm younger,
Mm-hmm.
so I was kind of just watching for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
What building you from?
I'm from 260. From 260, I moved to 240. I done lived in 185. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
you know I never crossed the street and I never walked that far down. I went to
Yeah.
160, 180, 140. That was it. Only time I went
Nah,
to.
but that was where it was jumping
Yeah,
at.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
was going. You was walking through the. You know what I mean?
Cutting across to go to Tarji to the video store back in the days. I was doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? I was
Right.
doing all of that. You went to 49 too?
Yeah, I went to 49.
What high school you
Uh,
went to?
uh, I went to Newdorf for one day. I got caught with a gun the first day of school, so that was a wrap for that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I I I um I got expelled. I wound up going to Concord.
Concord. Oh my God. I knew you were gonna say Concord. Well, if y'all don't know, Concord is a 600 school for
Right.
children with very, very bad behavior. I used to live in New Brighton, so our corner store literally was right there across the street. Heidi's was across the street.
Right.
That's where I went to the
Right.
store. But Concord is right there, and the park is the Concord Park. Damn, you went there.
Mhm.
I knew you was gonna say Concord.
Yeah.
So could you explain to people too the dynamic of Staten Island that you literally grow up with white people that are not all prejudiced too? Sometimes they like like a nigga for real. Like explain it, because we see racism, but in Staten Island it's a little different.
Right. Yeah. We see racism, but Staten Island, the white boys on Staten Island is different though.
Yeah.
I think Meth said this at one time. Like nobody else got white boys like us.
Right.
Our white boys is special.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Do the cop cars say Shaolin Finest too, right?
I don't know.
I think they say Shaolin Finest. I think the last time I was on the island, I see Shaolin Finest. Dead serious.
I don't even look at police.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I think I see. But I don't like the 120th precinct. But let's talk about that. I don't like the 120 at all. So you doing your thing. What inspires you to do music? Because you know a lot of people think you got access. You got access to this one. Deck come to the island and you would lounge so I could call cap. Explain to people that you still got a long way to go and a tough time doing this thing.
Yeah, because you know one thing about my guys, if they see you working, they're gonna support you.
Got you.
The key is to keep working, and you know naturally they're gonna you know help you, and they're gonna be around, and you know on any given day anybody can walk in Meth Lab Studios just because, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, even though they might not know what's going on, they know we in here working.
Yo, I'm bugging. Hold up, Concord ain't in New Brighton. Where Concord at again? That's on. It is. That's the one I'm talking about. The other one I'm talking about. It's gonna come to me after the.
That's on St. Paul's.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah. Because I was thinking, I'm like, hold up, Concord is on Tardy. So you was in walking distance to the school.
Mm-hmm.
What's over there now? The Home Depot or something like that, right? In that area?
Yeah, Concord's still there, but the Home Depot is across the street now. Yeah.
Right. That's where we shot the Dude, you wasn't even out there when we did Milk the Cow?
No, I was locked up.
And you wasn't out there when we did Winter Wars? You was there, right?
Winter Wars, I think I was there.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like,
he did his verse.
Yeah. I shot that. I shot that. Video. Yeah, I shot that video. And rest in peace to a lot of the bros that was in Milk the Cow that's no longer with us no more, because some of the brothers are actually passed away. A couple of the brothers in the video passed away. So you on iTunes right now? You on all the streaming platforms?
All streaming platforms. We just dropped a couple joints. It's Real with Capadonna and Lounging Low. Shout out to the Boomer.
Yes, sir.
We dropped Richmond County Coalition. That's with me and Fest last week.
Fest
Today
Taylor.
we dropped the Method Man single All Fire. That's up right now.
Okay.
All streaming platforms, you know what I mean? YouTube, whatever, you know what I mean? You can find it.
And I seen a joint with you. Ain't Iron Mike on one of the joints?
Yeah, Iron Mike is the one that dropped.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's a shout out to Iron Mike.
That's a big homie.
Well, hold on. Iron Mike is he Richmond Terrace?
Yeah, he's from New Brighton.
Yeah, Richmond Terrace. Yeah, shout out to Iron Mike. Richmond Terrace is a whole nother subject too. I want to like. Right. Is there any good? Yo, it ain't no good places in Staten Island. Now I think about it. Every place is turned like a motherfucker. When I really think about it, I'm like, yo, you can't really, I mean, it's small too, but everybody know each other. But it ain't no, I think the perception of Staten Island to other people was that it's a place. Everywhere is turned. Even if you go to like Port Richmond and you got the Richmond, Mexican and shit. You got mad. Word. Yeah, it's crazy. One thing I wanted to ask you about the music. So you basically just stay in the studio.
That's all I do.
How has that kept you out of trouble?
Tremendous. It saved my life, basically. I mean, the whole music in general, just music having me places where had I not been there, I'd have been jammed somewhere. You know what I mean? So the studio is a place where, I come, and I could just, I could work, I could, vent, you know what I'm saying? We got the studio operating 24 hours a day. I got other projects with people that I'm collaborating with. I don't know if you remember Fest Taylor.
Hell yeah, I said Fest Taylor. I said Fest Taylor earlier. I said Fest. I said Fest Taylor.
I remember I remember, yeah, so Fest is on the joint. He be
Okay.
down here working. You know what I'm saying? And
All
you
right. All
know,
right.
I don't remember. You know, we getting the project done with King Just. Remember, I know you
I know
remember the
King Just.
homie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they up next.
Black
You know what I'm
Fist. That was
saying?
Black Fist. Yeah.
Black Fish. That's the
Yeah.
big homie right
Yes, sir.
there.
Yes.
You know what
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
saying? So,
Who that behind you?
that's King Just.
Just what's good? Me and Just did one of the most classic, and you just know what we did on them numbers. We did some crazy. It was me, him, and Pop. Did some crazy.
Nah, it's hunting season, man.
Yes,
Crazy.
sir.
Yeah,
We hunting
nah.
them trees, man.
Yo, you know what's funny? Because
Huh?
King just made my
We
gym
here.
playlist with no
We
flows
home
on
now.
no flows on the rodeo. Like you gotta be.
Focus on the music.
Come on,
We
man.
home now.
You know, Easy Mo B is the big homie too. So we already know
Huh?
how that go. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to King Just, one of the unsung heroes of Staten Island as well. You know what I'm saying? Definitely was
Right.
repping that hill a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like a long time. And you know, I like I said, I put it on my Instagram. I'm always gonna have an affinity for Staten Island, every artist, because I know what y'all go through. It's some of y'all that's not a part of the clan per se. It's harder for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And people don't know that it's harder for you, because if you're not one of them 9-10 members, people be like,
Right.
but it's a lot of talent in Staten Island. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's why my situation is so. That's why my situation is so ideal, because I ain't got no problem. You know, I'm putting records out, but I'm trying to be recognized as a label,
Right,
not
right,
just an
right,
artist.
right,
So to
right.
be recognized in these rooms as a label, you got to have content, and the content needs to be more than you.
Let me
So
tell.
it's easy for me to come to my borough and get nothing but talent.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
Like we got
definitely.
we got
Definitely.
like 4 projects cooking in here right
Definitely.
now, and
Definitely.
you know, whoever want to work, holla at me.
You know what's
You know what I'm
deep?
saying?
Because I was just watching a Fest Taylor interview on Sodium TV. That's where everything I love is on the TV right now. I wish I could swing the camera and show you right now.
Mhm.
I'm watching Fest Taylor right now on Sodium TV. It's just something that just popped up in my YouTube feed. And I'm like, oh shit, that's Fest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So how the politics, because everybody don't get along. How do you stay out of the politics?
What kind of which politics?
The politics of past shit, of rappers not getting along. I remember, you know, people did diss records towards each other. How do you stay out of that shit? Oh, you don't know what the fuck
Uh,
going on. You don't
yeah,
know?
nah. I mean, I really don't pay attention. Like,
Okay,
it's
okay.
counterproductive to the whole movement. So
Right.
if there is shit like that going on around me, I'm not even entertaining it, bro. Like, I done wasted so much time already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 15 steps behind still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you might, outsiders might look at it like, oh, son is in a good position, but it's still all work, and I still got a long way to go. So paying attention to people doing diss records and stuff like that is just, I don't even pay attention, bro. I was,
Production. How do you pick what beats you want to rap off of?
well, with everything, with every project we go into, you know, we call producers in the studio, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's even tedious work, because if you tell a producer to send you some beats, he'll send you 100 beats. You know, you got to go through them, and you may only get one. So I just try to retain the producers that I work with in the past, that we did good business. And every time I'm rolling something out, I just, you know, reconvene with them,
Yeah.
tell them what I need, get the beats in. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to PA Dre, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
the
Shout out
homie.
to P Dot,
That's the
shout
homie.
out to P Version, you know what I mean? These is all the producers that, you know, I go to. Your Style the Shadow Figure, B Divine, you know what I mean? That I go to when I need beats. I try to, you know, if I'm getting beats for somebody, I want to know them. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, you know, so that's a tedious process in itself. Just getting the beats. You got to go through thousands of fucking beats.
Yeah, then they send you some shit. You be like, man, what the fuck is this? Nigga need to go
Right,
outside, man. Nigga been in the
right,
basement too long.
right.
uh, um, production. So how could people send you production though? Do you have an email? Well, I don't want you to get an email on here, but how could people get music to you?
On my website, I have a website that we're about to launch as well.
Okay.
We just working it out and getting it together. But before that, just my social media. Like everybody, stay in tune with my social media. Hanz the Great at on Instagram and Hanz on Facebook. Yeah, so yeah, send me beats, hit me, DM me, I'll give you my email, send the beats in. They need to be original though. I don't know how to fuck with samples. I don't know how to turn that over.
Got you. Dream collaboration. Who you dying that you gotta do one with?
I don't know. I can't even really say. I've worked with a lot of people. I'm kind of like, dream collab though. Dr. Dre, maybe.
I knew it. Yeah, everybody need that Dre touch. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a major accomplishment. For me. But I work with a lot of people and just being around and doing what I do. And
you involved. You in the mix.
Right.
Yeah, you in the mix.
So I've been around, a lot of people up until this point. But Dr. Dre. If I had to make a wish, Dr. Dre.
Give me a classic studio session that you was there for that you couldn't believe that this record everybody loved. I was right there when this shit was recorded. Give me one song that you was there for that you saw being made.
Ether?
What?
Ether?
What Ether?
With Nas.
You was in the studio with Nas, man? Ether?
No. Oh, you said a session I was in.
Yeah, session. I'm about to say if you was there with Ether.
I thought you was like my dream session if I could be there.
Okay, well, Ether would be ill too. It's a dream session. But what studio session was you actually in where you saw magic being like, hold up?
Not battle rap though, right? Like,
whatever you was there for that everybody loved that you bear witness with your own two eyes. You was actually in that studio session.
The Wu-Tang song, I Got My Uzi Back.
Is that Gravel Pit?
What's the name of that song? It's the single to the double album.
The Gravel.
I Got My Uzi Back.
Damn, Wu fans gonna stone. We in trouble, man, because we can't. we don't know it. So, but that was it. So you saw everybody later. Back and forth.
No, not that.
Oh, that's Gravel Pit. Okay, I know Uzi. Is it Click?
It's on that album.
That album has so many damn songs. Damn, we in trouble.
Yeah, but the reason why I said that, shout out, God bless, R.I.P. to my son Polite.
I was about to say Polite. Yeah, go ahead.
That was memorable for me because I was fresh out of jail, and I got up with Polite. We went to the studio. The niggas was working on that song. That's actually Polite on the hook. On the song, if you listen to the song that I Got My Uzi Back, that's Polite.
Wow.
They got a video for it? Yeah, they got a video for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta, because it's not clicking with me for some reason, because I could so much swoosh shit be in my head, and then after a while it was just so fucking much. You know what I'm saying? Like it was so much. I'm starting, Iron Man just popped up, like so much shit just popped in my head. I'm like, damn, when you go through the Wu-Tang catalog, that shit might be like 600 songs. Right. But rest in peace to Polite. Rest in peace to Polite. So this is the Interlude TV, right? So I gotta ask you, what's your favorite interlude on any album of all time?
Interlude. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm gonna say Meth Lab 2.
Okay, which one was it? What's the name of it?
Lithium. That album is called Lithium.
Okay. What was the name? What was the name of the interlude? Do you remember?
Nah, I don't. We don't name them. They
Okay.
usually just call interludes.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
On this album right here that you got out right now, give them the features that are on there.
Oh, I got Meth on there. Of course, I know that. I got Ray. I got R.J. Payne. I got Inspector Deck. I got Cat.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I got Cortez.
Mm.
You know, I got who else? And then we got the usual suspects: Carlton Fisk, Hugh Hef. We got on there. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got? DE Water Team. We got on there. You know what I'm saying?
Lounge.
It's
You can't forget Lounge, the boomer. Boom.
Yeah, Lounge is on there. Lounge
Uh-huh.
and the Lounge is definitely on there. He's on the street story song. Yeah, I got my little cousin from New Brighton on there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Shout out Billy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. What's the visuals? What was the visuals you were shooting last week?
We shot. Oh, last week we were shooting the Carthage song.
Okay.
It's a song on there named Carthage with Neff Ron Browse did the beat.
So Neff they would know him as the last American B-boy, but we know him as Neff. Yeah.
Right.
He also was a director, but he's also an MC. People don't know that he rapped too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got Rockness on there too, right?
Rockness Monsters on there, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta so in this video right here that y'all gonna see, the first pinned comment is gonna be the project. Y'all get it on, it's everywhere. Apple, iTunes, everywhere, it's everywhere.
Right.
It's everywhere.
Just spell my name right in Google, Hanz. You know what I'm saying? As long as you spell my name right in Google, you're gonna get it.
All right, so we here with Hanz, man. Damn, man, we could fucking talk all day. You in the lab though? What y'all working on now?
Nah, we've been in here all day. We done.
Okay, so he's just doing interviews and shit today.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, man. I'm happy that you free. I'm happy that you representing the unspoken borough. Did you go shopping at Albee Square Mall too when you was younger?
Yeah.
Yeah. To train the Bowling Green, right? It take the 4 to 5.
Like
Everybody. Y'all caught with Staten Island caught up though. I ain't gonna front. Staten Island used to be way behind.
Yeah,
Staten Island
and the
caught
talent out here is crazy, yo. I would name like it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even name. Like I could name 50 motherfuckers out here right now. That's nice.
But please, but you know what though? I was talking to Lounge about this years ago. If you can, bro, please name 5 of them. We ain't leaving nobody out, but just off cap. Let's give them some because they got to hear these other names of some of these people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's important for Staten Island to get its just due, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So whoever you want to name, bro, shout them out now. Put them. I don't give a fuck if you name 50. Let's give them something because they need to hear their name out there. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about like young boys to look
for? Whoever you think got it, just put them out there because they name need to be on these platforms, man. We gotta.
Shit, where do I begin? Like, Chunk Bizzo, Cash Marizano, that's Carlton Fisk's son. You know what I'm saying? We got C Black out here. We got Vito. We got James Rich. We got fucking who else we got? You got the Hillside Scramblers still doing their thing.
I was just watching. I was watching Leatherface earlier too. Deadass.
Right, you got them still doing their thing. I mean, the talent is rampant. You got people on the harbor side. You know what I'm saying? Still doing their thing. What's son name that we about to work with? Son that had the thing with the Knicks. It's just mad multitude of talent, man. Multitude of talent. It shit is. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm high.
Yeah. Shout out to West Brighton, New Brighton, Port Richmond,
West
New
Brighton, New Brighton, like niggas out here.
Tartanville. Let's shout out to Fort Wadsworth. Shout out to Park Hill, Stapleton. Shout out to all South. Shout out to South Beach. Shout out to every area of Staten Island.
Like if you a white executive and you got some money you trying to invest in music, this is where you got to fish at. Staten Island. They
Still
out
there.
here.
Still there. Still there. So yo, Hanz, man, we gotta re-up. Man, I appreciate you for joining me. Yo, you the first new interview on this channel. I want you to know that. You broke the eye. You the first one on this channel. This is a new channel. You the first one. So tell them the name of the project again.
Name of the project is called Carthage. You know what I'm saying? We slowly rolling it out. You know what I'm saying? Just dropped a single today featuring Iron Mike and Method Man. You know what I'm saying? Got something for y'all next Friday. Stay in tune with me. Follow me on the gram. You know what I'm saying?
But on the gram, it's Hanz. Hanz
the Great. HANZDAGREATE.
Is the name of the company still Hanz on Music?
Entertainment, home.
Hanz, all right.
Hanz on Music Entertainment. So it's for acronym, it's home.
Oh, dope. So for the people to know, he looking for directors, he looking for actors, he looking for producers, he's looking for MCs, anybody that you want to collaborate, whatever you want to do, he looking for everything. You know, he got access to the who's who in hip hop. They all on his project. And if you an executive that you want to, you want to put some money into something, I don't care if you 27 years old and you got one of them hedge funds or something like that, you want to put some money into something, it's still in Staten Island. It's definitely still in Staten Island because he got access to everybody anyway. So Hanz, I want to thank you for joining me today, man. We got to get the Carthage album. I'm going to make sure that they put it out there. Matter of fact, I'm going to go on my social media and make sure it's put out there right now. I'm on the campaign. I'm on the campaign with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I gotta represent for Park Hill. You know what I'm saying? 160 Park Hill, apartment 6P. That's where I lived as a little kid. You know what I'm saying?
Sir,
Rest in peace to my Umi. That's my. You know my grandmother?
Nah, I was too young.
Yeah. My grandmother Umi. She's the one who brought meth to the projects.
Right.
Yeah. She the one who brought meth to the project. You know what I'm saying? His moms and his two sisters and shit. So rest in peace to my Umi. And my pops died in 180.
In 180?
In 180, yep. Had a heart attack in 180. Passed away.
Wow.
Yep. He was living in
what
180.
Year?
2011, I believe. 2011.
Mm-hmm.
My pop's name was Gamel.
Gamel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, Gamel.
There's only one of them. That's my pop. Yeah, 180. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know you know my Uncle Zayd, right?
Yeah, I know him. I know him.
His older brother is my father. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his older brother is my father. But you know, he lived in 180. You know what I'm saying? My pops lived in 180. He had a heart attack in the building. You know what I'm saying? He passed away in the project.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, so it is what it is, man. I remember Park Hill when it was a swamp in the back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no buildings back there. It was a swamp. Mm-hmm. It was woods everywhere. So yeah, I was, as a little kid, I lived there for a couple of years with Umi, and you know what I'm saying? Park Hill always was good to me. Wild as hell though. Like people
but good to his people,
but yeah, good to the people who lived there. Because what people don't know was a community. Like everybody really knew everybody. You went outside and 160 was just turned though. I don't know what it was about that building. But maybe because a lot of people lived in the building. You had Cap there. You had a lot of people in the building. That was in. But yo, you know, I never been in the number buildings. I never been in one of them, like the 185. I never been across the street ever in my life in none of those buildings. I only been in the 0 buildings. Dead ass serious. I've never been in none of those buildings. Because I remember in Park Hill, used to be able to go in the back of the building. Now you gotta go all the way down and go in that one building and come around. Used to be able to go pull up right in the building.
Right. Each parking lot
was open. Yeah, that's how I was that little when I was there. You was able to go at each parking lot. And then one day I took a cab from New Brighton and I'm like, this is the building right there. They said, no, we got to do the entrance right there because the cab drivers was getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? D-Joy's still there? Right. Is Apple still there?
D-Joy's are still around, I think.
That's how you know. I'm naming shit way back, cab companies, because you used to have to call a cab. In Staten Island, there was no flag in the cab. You had to call a cab. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you were going to share a cab with somebody before Uber. That's how it was.
Right.
But hands, man.
Yeah, nah, but Park Hill had its own cabs though. We ain't even called cabs back then because they was around the corner.
But I was too little for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was, because I was coming
around
from,
the corner.
yeah, I was coming from New Brighton to Park Hill. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get because D-Joy's is
Right,
on
right. Oh yeah, D Joy's
on Bay Street.
was
It
the
on Bay Street.
go-to.
Yeah, it was on Bay
Yeah,
Street.
if you in
So,
New Brighton.
yeah.
I think they still in the same spot too.
Yeah, nah, they was there for a long time, right on Bay. Bay, like because Victory is right there, the beginning of Bay and Victory right over there. So
Yeah, they still there.
Yep. All right, Hands, man, I'll talk you to death, man. We'll make sure y'all get the Carthage. It's the first pinned comment in this video. Make sure y'all pick that up, listen to it. Hit Hands on hit them on the social media. Let them know how you feel about the project, who you want to see him work with. If you got some work out there, you do artwork, whatever you do in this culture, you are needed. So make sure you hit him up. Don't hit me, hit him. Don't hit me, hit him. He'll give you his email and everything. Hands, until next time. Peace.
Peace. What you think?